What's up everyone, and welcome to my 2020 room tour video. I'm finally making it. I asked on Twitter like a month or two ago when I reached 15,000 subscribers if you guys wanted a room tour or a Q&A, and most of you guys voted for a room tour, so let's do it. So starting here, I know it's a bit dark, we're not in the light yet, but we have the Blu-ray collection, or the movie collection rather. I don't really buy them anymore. It was more during my high school days. I was just really big on collecting Blu-ray and stuff. But now it's more anime, which I'll show later. But yeah, we have quite a few of them here. It's a decent collection. I'm happy with where it's at. I don't really need more. But we have the CDs, which is kind of double stacked. That's also something I don't really get anymore, aside from new Muse albums, Green Day, I don't know, because I really like them still, and I support. Down there we have the ocarinas in the bags. I can show them later on, like a B-roll thing. We have figure box. Acoustic guitar, classical guitar. It's in the case. It's the one you see in the videos most of the time. Up here we don't have much. We used to have like a display here, but there's nothing there for now. So it's just stuff that's there to be there to fill things up. Here we have storage, microphone that I use for the videos. Continuing here, it gets interesting. We have a bookshelf with many things in it, some nerdy stuff. We have some amiibos, which I don't really collect, but I get most of them as gifts. Picture of me and Shady Cicada. A frame from Super Mario World, which I got at Con Bravo from, I don't remember the seller. Snape from Harry Potter. We have Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie in Japanese. Ropaniganti, which is a really awesome guy on YouTube making covers and stuff. Actually, he went to Japan and he knows how much I love Banjo-Kazooie games, so he actually got me the Japanese copies for the games, and man, I absolutely love those. That's why they're like in the main focus of this bookshelf. Thank you, Ro, it means a lot. Down here we have some books. I'm not a big reader, but in the past like year or so I've been getting back into it a little bit, just to, you know, get better at reading and stuff. So it's not a big collection or anything. It's just the Harry Potter books, Clockwork Orange, stuff like that, the good things. 1984, really good book. It inspired Bioshock, which is like one of my favorite games of all time, so I had to read that. Tuesday with Morris, my favorite book of all time. Okay, you can't judge me. I cried like a baby reading that. Okay, oh, come on. Down here we have the PS4 collection, which is not super big because I got the PS4 like so long after everyone, but because I've been a Nintendo fanboy for the longest time. But here's my humble PS4 collection to the side of it. Now we're getting into the good stuff, okay? We have this is the first thing I ever imported from Japan, and it's the art book from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which if you don't know about this game, you should play it. But it's so nice, okay? There's so much art that went into this game, and I love this art book, okay? It's my first import from Japan, and it was so worth it. I'm just gonna put that there for now. Okay, here we have my Nintendo 3DS. We have this jigsaw piece from Banjo-Kazooie, which was given to me at Con Bravo by Levi. Thank you, Levi, for that. If we continue down here, we have the Essentials kit for Dungeons and Dragons. I have never played Dungeons and Dragons before, and me and Joe have been wanting to get into the game, so we got the Essentials kit. I didn't play it yet, but it's there. Nintendo GameCube, and down here we have a little game book collection going on. We have some old guides and stuff that I used to buy back in the day, some old Nintendo Power stuff, and my favorite thing right here. I got this last Christmas, and it's the art book from Super Mario Odyssey, and this art book is so nice. Like, the amount of concept stuff that went into this game, it's absolutely insane. Like, even compared to the Xenoblade one that you'd think would have like more than Super Mario Odyssey because it's a freaking JRPG. No, Mario, it's so cool. If you have a chance, check it out, okay? Right to the side, we have the very awesome trick-or-treater mask from Nightmare Before Christmas, which was given to me from my sister for my birthday last year. And I absolutely love them. They fill out the wall very nicely. Here, okay, we have the guitars. I'm not going to talk about each of them because it's going to be long, but I'll put a list of the names and stuff in the description because I don't even know them by heart. But basically, we have my lead guitar. This usually plays the harmony to the lead in the videos. This is usually one of the rhythm guitars. This is the other rhythm guitars, which happens to be my absolute favorite guitar from the whole bunch. I don't know why. It's probably the old punk rock days that's coming back to me from playing chords on that thing, but I absolutely love it, okay? It's my favorite guitar out of the bunch. And my bass guitar, which I used to play bass. Continuing here, we have a poster from Zelda. I'm just gonna step aside. Okay, a bunch of stuff right here. Pretty much like very old toys from back when I was a little kid, and I would get video game toys for birthdays and stuff. I just kept them there. I think it's pretty nice. A few more amiibos, a little bit of pop figures. I'm not huge into pop figures, but I have a few. This is Yoshi, well, Rabid Yoshi from Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I got that when the game launched because the game was so freaking good. Up here we have a Star Wars poster, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 print that I got at Con Bravo, and here, this is my favorite poster, okay? Well, it's not a poster, it's a print, but I got it at Con Bravo as well, and it's a print from Your Name, which is, in my opinion, my very humble opinion, my favorite anime movie of all time. Before I forget, we have, I'll just show you that right now because I'll show a few more things later on related to this. But essentially, we have the Master Sword from The Legend of Zelda. And what's so special about it is that it was made out of wood by hand by my grandfather. And he does really awesome stuff out of wood, and I'll show a few more things later on. Oh, well, right. While at it, here's the Wind Waker he made me when I played Wind Waker back in the day. In this bookshelf right here, I keep my retro game collection. So I started playing video games on the N64, so we're starting here with that. We have, and I keep the games in those custom game cases that I got a little while ago, and it just looks nicer on a shelf than just your regular loose cartridges. I mean, you don't need those. It's just me. I love presenting stuff nicely, okay? I can't help it. My old Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP. Down here we have my GameCube collection with a bit of Wii games, Nintendo DS stuff. I absolutely love looking back at this. It just makes me so nostalgic. You have no idea how much I played those systems, so it's always nice to look back at it. Down here we have some Wii games, Wii U games, a little, very small PlayStation 2 game collection because I never was a PlayStation kid and I bought like the PlayStation 2 off eBay in high school or something, so I have a very small collection of that. My very nice Taylor acoustic guitar. I love this guitar so much. It's in the case right now, but you see it in all of my videos, so I don't think I need to show it here. Continuing here, we have just in progress books that I'm reading. Harry Potter 3. If you watch my videos, you probably see it there all the time, but it's been on standby, okay? It's on a little break. I've been reading other things on the side of that, so Harry Potter took a little pause or something, but okay, I started reading Dragon Ball, which for the first time, I know, don't laugh, but it's a lot of fun, okay? I've been having a lot of fun with it. Hayao Miyazaki, been reading that here and there. I really love that guy. Like, he inspires me a lot when it comes to making art and working hard. So yeah, I love Miyazaki. And here's where you start laughing at me, okay? So here we have just some random storage stuff, and that's not where you laugh, okay? I just like keeping my stuff clean and dust free, okay? I put all of my controllers very nicely placed. I know this is probably too much compared to most people, but I put them there, like the main controllers that I use, so that no dust or little dust gets on them. Continuing here, we have my very nice LG TV that I play all of my games on, and I got that for Christmas a few years ago. And here we have a much nicer looking TV stand than what I had last room tour, and it has pretty much all of the consoles that I play more often. The Wii U, PlayStation 4, N64 is there, but it's not plugged in, Super Nintendo, Xbox One. If we continue here, we have, okay, the Switch is also there. It's just that I keep it on my desk. It goes behind the TV anyways. Up here, we have just a capture card box to hold the Xbox games. I don't have a huge Xbox game collection because who plays Xbox, right? But anyways, I used to have to play more Xbox. I had an Xbox before I had a PlayStation, okay? So that's why a lot of the cross-platforms games, I'd have them on Xbox, because that was my only non-Nintendo console for the longest time, because of Rare Replay. I bought an Xbox for Rare Replay. Now you can judge me, okay? Yeah, my Xbox 360 games, which I really don't have a lot of. Up here we have Link from the Nintendo World Store in New York. Makar from Wind Waker, which was made on Etsy by Erica. Here's Totoro that my sister got me for one of my birthdays. Another Totoro that I got from Hot Topic, I believe. Here's a very cute, I'll get a close-up shot of that, but it's a very cute Gengar. It's a pin, a Gengar pin that Joe got me. And it's very cute. Gengar is the best Pokemon, by the way. So here's where all of the magic happens, all the musical magic happens. My desk, which got a lot bigger than the one I had in the previous room tour. If you guys saw that, I had like a super tiny desk with like the studio monitors would just like slightly go off the edge of the desk. It was kind of dangerous, but anyways, so we have a nicer desk now. We have the Nintendo Switch, like I said earlier. My very awesome mixing headphones, I really recommend them. It's the ATH M50Xs. They sound amazing. Here's my interface that I plug my guitar into to get in the computer. It's the Line 6 UX1. I know it's nothing fancy, but you don't need fancy things to do good music, okay? Here's my Korg micro keyboard that I use to do MIDI stuff in the videos. My computer, it's a MacBook Pro. I believe it's like from 2013 or something. It's getting a bit old. I have a bit of a problem with it. Sometimes it crashes and stuff, but it keeps doing its job nonetheless. So I love it. I love it. It works great for what I do. I have some regular speakers on top of some studio monitors. I like having both just because it gives me an idea of how my music can sound on some regular speakers, because not everybody uses studio speakers, so that's why. Under them we have the studio monitors. I use M-Audio monitors. We have a screen which doesn't do much right now, but I used to use it more when I would do live streams and stuff. I can plug my computer in it to get a second monitor screen, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I usually just use my one screen laptop. It's alright. I almost forgot to show you guys, but down here there's a Line 6 amplifier, which I also have another amp that I used to use for shows and stuff because it's a tube amp, but it doesn't work that well anymore. So I just stick to the Line 6 one. It gets a job done for when I need it, which is super rarely, as I just record from the interface. I made my tones in the computer anyways. I'm a very cozy boy, so I made my chair very cozy with a blanket that my grandmother did for me. Also blue is my favorite color, so it matches the whole aesthetic thing. Here we have just a few posters. Skyrim, Ys 8. Everybody should play Ys 8. If you like JRPGs, just please play Ys 8. It has amazing music too. Banjo-Kazooie poster, which I really like. Here we have you see all of that in the videos usually. That's where I do my black ESP rhythm guitar shot with the Zelda posters. Majora's Mask, I absolutely love this poster. Here we have, okay, I was talking earlier about the Master Sword that my grandfather made for me. But here we have the Majora's Mask, which is also made by him, and it's probably my favorite thing he made for me. It's so beautiful. I absolutely love it because Majora's Mask is arguably my favorite Zelda game, along with Wind Waker. And I just always thought the mask was so freaking cool. So it's just so awesome to have one on the wall here. And he also made that for me. Oops, he also made that for me. He engraved Gabocarina96 in a piece of wood, which I think looks really cool. I'm a big cat person, so on the floor here I have a heating pad for Lulu, and right here we have like an old computer chair that I don't use anymore, and it has another blanket that's like specifically for the cat. So yeah, it just goes to show that I really love cats. Okay, here we have a lamp, a very nice Tifa poster that I got at Con Bravo. So finally here we have what is probably my favorite shelf in all of the room, and on top of it we have a very awesome Makise Kurisu figure from Steins Gate, which Jo got me for my birthday last year. And right next to it, also from Jo, she got me a lot of figures, as you can tell. We have Taki and Mitsuha from Your Name. Very nice androids, I absolutely love them. Sayaka Miki from Madoka Magica. And up here, this is very special to me because it's I got this also as a gift from Jo, but it's essentially a constellation map, I guess we can call it, of the night sky that was above us on the night we started dating, at the place we were also. So it's just such a cool gift idea. I could never think of something like that, but I love it so much, so it's there on the wall. Now in the bookshelf we have the ever-growing Nintendo Switch collection. There's so many good games on that system. Like we literally just got it like a few years ago, and the Switch collection is already bigger than some of the other collections I have. It's incredible. So many good games on there. One last plug for this game. I'm crazy, okay? If you never played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, my friends, you need to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I don't know why I keep plugging it, but I'm so crazy, guys, that yes, I have the Torna DLC installed in my game. I paid for it in the game, okay, as a DLC. But I needed to get the physical version as well when I realized that existed. So, you can judge me, but I just love this game. You don't have any idea. Down there, we have the anime collection. A lot of that is Studio Ghibli, which I'll get to in a second. But before that, here is mostly shows that I really love. I don't buy all of the shows that I watch, but when I really love a show, I usually get it. We have Attack on Titan. I can't wait to watch season 3 part 2. I'm still at part 1 because I wait for the Blu-ray releases to watch the show. And but I'm so excited for it. It comes out like next month or something. I can't wait. Steins Gate. This right here is the best anime ever, okay? If you like science fiction or just time travel or just a really good freaking anime, you need to watch Steins Gate. It's like, it's brilliant, okay? I absolutely love that show. I have Madoka Magica Rebellion movie. Studio Ghibli. I absolutely love Studio Ghibli, okay? I don't have them all, but I have the ones that I really like, okay? I could literally stand here and talk about Studio Ghibli all day, but we're not going to do that. But I'm still going to say that I rewatch those movies so often you have no idea. Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind, masterpiece. A Castle in the Sky is probably one of my favorites, and Totoro is just pure, like, if you don't feel good one day, watch My Neighbor Totoro, you're all good. Grave of the Fireflies, if your day's not going so well, don't watch it, you'll cry so much. It's such a good movie though, watch it. Kiki's Delivery Service, same thing as Totoro. If you're having a bad day, you watch Kiki, everything is fine. Absolutely love that movie. Porco Rosso here, but A Whisper of the Heart, those are so underrated. Like, seriously underrated. If you like Ghibli, don't just watch Spirited Away. It's amazing. It's amazing, okay? But there's so much more than Spirited Away. So, and Princess Mononoke, of course. So just watch more Ghibli, please. Do that for me. It's so good. Princess Mononoke. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but my favorite, as everybody else, is Spirited Away. I don't know why it's that movie, but it's a masterpiece, okay? I absolutely love that movie. It's just, every single time I watch it, it hits me a different way, and that's what I love about that movie. It's just perfect. Another one that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but every time I watch it, it's like, it's an experience for me watching that movie. It's The Wind Rises. Very underrated Studio Ghibli movie, and a very mature one. I'm talking about war, sickness, stuff like that. It's a must watch again. Okay, enough talking about just Studio Ghibli for 2 seconds, but down here we have some mangas. We have Death Note, the entire thing, which I got for Christmas a few years back. I absolutely love Death Note. Actually going to stand down here because it's gonna be easier to film, but we have a few Studio Ghibli documentaries that for some reason I also watch that so often. It's very therapeutic for me to watch, and every single time I watch those, I just get like an inspiration booster. Like, I just want to work on stuff all of a sudden. So it just puts me on track again every single time I see them. I love it. Next to that, we have a bunch of random other movies, but we have Mary and the Witch's Flower is just something I want to talk about real quick. It's essentially after Studio Ghibli started not really doing movies anymore, a bunch of people from Studio Ghibli got together and they made this movie right here, and I think it captures the Studio Ghibli energy vibe so well that I highly recommend you to watch this if you like Studio Ghibli. I think it's on Netflix actually as well. So Goes In is a very underrated movie. Song of the Sea as well has very nice animation. I can't recommend it enough. Pokemon, I don't need to recommend Pokemon. Your Name, absolutely watch Your Name. Final Fantasy, Angel Beats. Anyways, we have the rest of the anime stuff right here. I absolutely love those movies. Here we have some more manga. It's the Legend of Zelda ones. I really love those. Like it's very lighthearted, almost childish like, but it's the Legend of Zelda. It's a good relaxing read. I love those. A few volumes of Attack on Titan here. The other Dragon Ball volumes that I have, I'm not far in the series yet. We have a Skyward Sword Collector's Edition here. And then we have some Nintendo 3DS games. I love the 3DS, but I think it was time for it to go in peace and let the Switch take the highlight. Unfortunately for some people who really love the 3DS, but it had a good life. It's such a good system. And right next to it, we have a very, very small and humble PS1 collection. And essentially it's just the 3 PS1 Final Fantasy games that I have here. Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. And then underneath we have a few Super Nintendo games, which I think it's Super Mario World, Mario Paint, Donkey Kong Country 2, and A Link to the Past. So I think that about wraps up the room tour video. I'm starting to lose my voice here, so I don't know for how long I talked right now, but I'm not used to talking a lot. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too long, and I hope I talked about what you guys wanted me to talk about. If not, feel free to ask me some questions about video games, music, whatever it is in the comments below, and I'll try to answer most of them. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you this Saturday with a new cover. Bye bye.